Right, and for more reaction on the Gumede's court case, we are joined by our SABC News reporter Simphiwe Makhanya from our Durban studios. Simphiwe, good afternoon to you. Thank you so much for coming through. Now, this case has been postponed to January next year. The NPA is saying that they need more time to do their investigations.
Well, good afternoon to you, Palis, and good afternoon to the viewers at home. Certainly quite an eventful day outside the Durban Magistrates Court earlier on today. Perhaps it's worth mentioning, Palis, that before the proceedings began, members of the media actually tried to approach the magistrate who was in charge of the case to actually request the magistrate's permission to actually film during the proceedings and also just before the arrival of the magistrate. But unfortunately, that request was not granted by the magistrate, and we were told that our cell phones must be off as we enter the courtroom. But in any event, Palisa, then the proceedings, formal proceedings then began with the lawyers representing the eThekwini mayor as well as Councilor Mondli Mthembu saying that the state actually charged their clients prematurely because as it stands now, they do not have any information as to what are the exact charges, what is the nature of the charges that they are facing at the moment. The state was also at pains to explain that they cannot provide such information at the moment because the investigations are still continuing. They even went a step further to request the postponement of about 4 months so that they can finalize their investigations before they can actually furnish the accused with the proper charges. And then there was also the issue, the Palisatoni issue of the bail conditions, where the defense was arguing that because of the strict bail conditions, that has actually prejudiced their clients because they are unable to function, to actually execute their functions in the municipality without actually communicating with some of the employees of the department from the department such as the finance department, the law department as well as the supply chain department. But also the magistrate did say, Palisa, that the accused number 15 and 16, which is Councilor Mondli Mthembu and Zandile Gumede, may use their discretion in actually executing their duties, being guided by the Municipality Finance Management Act to actually execute their duties because their role essentially does not require them to liaise directly with the managers of or employees of the supply chain management because the municipal manager is the one who is tasked with that role. Outside court, Palisa, the members of supporters rather of eThekwini mayor gathered in their numbers actually supporting her as they have always been supporting her since these charges have been laid against her. When she took to the podium, she was very adamant saying that she has done nothing wrong. She does not see any reason why she finds herself in the situation that she finds herself in, but also saying that she's glad that ultimately the matter is now before the court that will now be able to finally decide as to who was wrong or who was right. Palisa.
And as you say, Simphiwe, whilst talking to her supporters outside, the mayor basically saying that she's being victimized because she was the champion of radical economic transformation.
Exactly, Palisa. That's what exactly she was saying outside court, that whatever decisions that she and Councilor Mondli Mthembu took within the municipality, they took those decisions being guided by the policies of the ANC, being instructed by the branches of the ANC in eThekwini. It goes a step further, Palisa, because Mayor Zandile Gumede was up until recently the chairperson of eThekwini region of the ANC, which is the country's biggest region in the country. She was basically saying that whatever that she was implementing as the mayor, she was being guided by what the branches of the ANC had resolved that it must be implemented.
All right, Simphiwe, thank you so much for that update. SABC News reporter Simphiwe Makhanya talking to us live from our SABC News studios in Durban.